war to that track on a very warm Monday afternoon in upstate New York. It's late July. We are off and running on a rare Monday edition. It'll be a common occurrence here on MSG Plus over the next 7 weeks. We don't have too many Monday cards downstate at Belmont Park. We are settled in. Day number 4. Glad you're with us. Jason Blewitt, Richard Migliore. Sun is setting on a wildly successful and fun first 4 days here at the Old Spa.
Yeah, it truly was just a great atmosphere, the excitement. People came out, they wagered, they had a great time, and it's nice. Mondays are usually a little quieter. This Monday still had a good buzz about it. A little warm, we lost the jackets, but we're having a good time.
Right, we're feeling good right here on Saratoga Insider. I think if I have to be even somewhat conservative, how about a buyer of around 105 tonight? We're definitely hitting triple-digit territory on the show. Sound okay with you?
Yeah, well, we got to keep it up. No bounce.
All right, yeah, no bounce at all. Look, this is a meet, a perfect bridge coming off a historic spring-summer meet and 54 days of racing downstate at Belmont Park, in which all sources, total handle was up 7.5, and we got to thank the fans, 7.5%.
Yeah, definitely. But I think the weather played a huge factor in that, Jason. Good weather, and obviously the Faro, American Faro, piqued a lot of people's interest, and hopefully that interest carries over. But as successful as Belmont was, I got a feeling this Saratoga might surpass anything we've seen before.
Fans have been out in full force up here at the Spa. They've been betting with both fists, and on-track handle up just under 4.5% downstate at Belmont. So again, thank you to the fans. The weather was perfect. The weather makes you look good. When Mother Nature cooperates, you can look pretty smart, and that was the case with nearly 55 days of racing down at the Palace. Now, we covered a bunch of races this morning when we taped the National Racing Report, and that'll be right here on MSG Plus Tuesday at 7 p.m. A lot to digest over the opening weekend stakes. The Sanford, though, for a non-grade 1, we spent a lot of time talking about it, Mig, and this is a race that even 2 days later has gotten plenty of headlines and plenty of talk.
Yeah, and I think it's going to continue to be that way as we watch as Magnolite really makes an abrupt right-hand turn there, but that wasn't the foul. He was actually clear there. It was later on as he comes in, and you can just see the 10-horse Percolator steady a little bit, just beating for second. And that's why the steward said it warranted the disqualification. So the connections are appealing the disqualification. You understand their frustration. I believe they ran the best horse, right, but it did look like he might have impeded the eventual third-place finisher.
Now, Mike Dubb launching that appeal. We'll see when it gets heard and how long the process will take. It's rare that an appeal actually gets overturned regarding a race result and the steward's decision. Jose Ortiz, in the meantime, appealing his 5-day suspension, so he'll be riding here at Saratoga on Wednesday.
You know, and that's something we see. It's a recurring theme. They basically, riders, as soon as they get suspended, they appeal out of hand, and then they try to wait for a time when it's a little more convenient for them, for their business. And it kind of takes the teeth out of the punishment a bit.
All right, let's move on to the action on day number 4. Standard 9-race card for this time of the year. We'll give you some help. In fact, we'll give you the winner of the 3rd running of the Lucky Coin. Larry Comas will have the call. We keep it short. We keep it fast and furious from the gate at 5.5 furlongs on the Melon.
They're off in the Lucky Coin. And it is Amelia's Wild Ride with a good start. Bold Thunder now fires out to take the front. Then Brewing to the inside. Spring to the Sky is 4th. Sharp Sensation is 5th on the outside. Showrunners 6th along the rail. And then it's Sunny Inspired. They're being followed by Sandy Slew, and the trailer is Saucy Don. The opening quarter goes in 21 4/5 seconds. Bold Thunder leads the charge on the far turn. Amelia's Wild Ride 3/4 of a length behind. Brewing is down on the inside. Then Sharp Sensation, Spring to the Sky between horses. Sandy Slew goes up on the far outside with a 4-wide trip. Showrunner saves all the ground and cuts the corner as they come to the top of the stretch. Bold Thunder in front. Amelia's Wild Ride on the outside. Sharp Sensation comes to confront them. Extreme outside. Sandy Slew, Spring to the Skies in at 2. It's Sharp Sensation. Sharp Sensation has the lead as they come down to the wire. Late run Showrunner on the outside. These two hit it together. And then came Amelia's Wild Ride and Sandy Slew in the
Beauty of the turf. You sometimes, and most of the time, get a furious, tight finish down to the wire. And, man, what a rush here by Shore Runner. And everybody, in fact, the top three all ran terrific.
Yeah, just winning races by the top three. Shore Runner had to extricate himself from traffic. Kendrick Carmouche doing a great job. And, boy, what a furious rally for this Joe Sharp trainee to win by the barest of margins. We've got to give a little credit, though. Our handicapper insider last night, Andy Serling, picked Sharp Sensation, who just went down in a tough beat.
Very tough nose loss for Sharp Sensation. That was not the case, though, for Shore Runner, who had his number in deep stretch. Kendrick Carmouche had to sweat out a trainer's objection, but after it was all said and done, he got to stand next to the MIG for a little post-race interview.
Kendrick, a couple of dicey moments looking for a place to run where you worried you were running out of time.
Yeah, you know, I drew the one post, and, you know, I just knew that I had to break my horse good and just be patient, you know, hoping for the 8-pole, everything could have opened. I had a spot picked out, and I went for it, but Joel had enough horse to get there before me. I just angled out, and I knew once I angled out, my horse could have finished good.
Were you sure you got up? Because it was a really tight finish.
Well, I just ride hard and just hope for the best.
Well, you've been riding hard. You made a nice impression here. I like watching you. I think you're a good fit in the jockey colony. What's it like riding up here with this group of riders in this atmosphere in Saratoga?
To be really honest about the situation, you know, these guys, they've been riding a lot of good horses all their career, and not for all of them, but most of them. And, you know, it's just another step towards one of my goals, to be with these guys and be as successful as them. And, you know, I always did ride hard, and that's what's going to make me a winner.
You were a winner today, and you are a winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well said there, Mig, with Kendrick Carmouche. I kind of like the way he carries himself, kind of a cool Cajun, and was very cool in mid-stretch there aboard Shore Runner.
Absolutely. A guy who knows how to get it done. He's won anywhere he's gone. This is a next step up for him, obviously. The toughest circuit he's ever ridden at, and I think he really belongs. He sees a race so well. He's a smart rider, and basically what he was alluding to is if he gets the opportunities, he's going to make some noise.
And that may mirror the training career thus far of Joe Sharp, who has really hit an upward trajectory just like that. Claim this guy, Shore Runner, 2 back for 62.5. He's a perfect 2 for 2. And this has got to be great for not only the jockey but the trainer getting a stake win on day 4 out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. To get off to that kind of start. And the owner, Brad Grady, was here, a guy who's putting a lot into the game. And he's a nice young man with a nice young family. And Joe Sharp and his bride, Rosie Napravnik, was in the winner's circle with their new addition. So he even, their new baby, got in the win picture.
Monday not to be missed by anybody, no matter your age. Let's move on. Race number 5. We'll finish off Monday's pick 5 and early pick 4. We'll bounce over to the main, and from 5.5 out to 1 mile and a furlong with the fillies and mares in the 5th with Larry Colmus.
They're off. Good start. It's Natalie Victoria out for the lead. On the inside, 'Tis So Sweet. Samantha Nicole to the outside. These three for the front. Amule is away running in 4th, 2 lengths off of them. And then it's Star Grazing and another incident, last of them all. And she is 7 lengths off of the front runners. And 'Tis So Sweet is going at it up front with Natalie Victoria. These two moving along quickly around that first turn into the backstretch. 23 flat. A very quick opening quarter mile. These two are now 4 lengths ahead of Samantha Nicole 3rd. And then it's Star Grazing in 4th, followed by Amulate to the outside, who's 6 lengths off the lead. And at the back is another incident, and Joel Rosario biding their time, 11 lengths from the front. So up the backstretch they go, and Natalie Victoria shakes away from 'Tis So Sweet, leads at a length now. Amulate has moved up into contention on the outside after a 47 flat half mile. And then it's Samantha Nicole, Star Grazing to the inside, and another incident last, and still about 6 lengths off the lead as they race for the far turn. 'Tis So Sweet has recaptured the lead now, as Natalie Victoria has dropped out of contention. 'Tis So Sweet by a length to Amule. Samantha Nicole is moving up on the outside. Then Star Grazing down toward the rail, and another incident is getting going now. She's got 4 lengths to make up, and she's coming as they come toward the top of the stretch. They've got to catch 'Tis So Sweet. 'Tis So Sweet turns for home in front. Samantha Nicole on the far outside. Another incident continues to gain ground, and then comes Star Grazing on the inside, but it's 'Tis So Sweet. 'Tis So Sweet's got something left here. She has opened up opened up 4 lengths on the field. 'Tis So Sweet. An impressive win. Samantha Nicole was second. And then it was Star Grazing in another incident.
This was about as good a return win off a 14-month layoff you would ever hope to see. Wow, what an effort here at Tis So Sweet.
To have a horse ready to go a mile and a furlong on a pretty demanding racetrack, Saratoga can be pretty demanding. Well, that takes a Hall of Fame effort. And it was a Hall of Fame trainer. And 'Tis So Sweet. Well, it must be sweet to be Bill Mott right now because everything he puts on the track is just running lights out.
4 cards, 6 wins. He's the leading trainer. He already has 9 Saratoga training titles to his credit. And when you consider getting back to 'Tis So Sweet for a second, she was up on that fast pace and very keen.
Yeah, well, usually when horses are fresh, they haven't run in a while, they're going to be a little more eager, and you would expect that to lend to her tiring. Well, she just kept finding a great run by her, terrific ride by Junior Alvarado, but all the credit, in my mind, goes to Bill Mott.
And it's good to have the blue of Kinsman Stable still around. They run a good ship. They sent out a solid product, to say the least.
Yeah, the Steinbrenner family staying involved, and we need people like that to stay involved.
Yeah, glad they're here, no doubt about that. We might, as we send it to break, return with the toughest state bred other than allowance on the turf this summer. Fillies and Mares Throwdown on the Inner when we come back. Back at it this coming Wednesday at the Old Spa. Blue skies, summer in upstate New York, the Adirondacks. Please join us. 1 p.m. post Wednesday. We have a diverse young crowd at the Spa every single day, and that'll be the story with College Day on Wednesday. Scholarships, whole bunch up for grabs if you're in college or going off to school this coming September. And not only do we have College Day, 10 races in the opening steeplechase event, Meg, got a pretty nice running of the Honorable Miss, a race we'll talk about a bit later.
Yeah, nice to have a grade 2 in the middle of the week. We've got, I love when we see young people out here. Hopefully that's the next generation of fans and bettors, and always a fun time at the Spa. And I like the jump races. I know some people don't, but I actually like steeplechase racing.
We're purists. We like tradition. Where'd you go to college, by the way?
Well, I know you went to CW Post, but I went to the University of Belmont Park. Graduated with honors, too.
Lived on campus?
Absolutely.
And it all worked out. Let's move on. Race number 8. Maybe Larry Colmus went to the University of Monmouth. I don't know. But anyway, he's got the call. He can take us through. We've got Fillies and Mares, State Breds on the Inner Turf Course.
They're off. Corner 3 did not have a very good start. Broke near the back of the field. It is going to be Loon River from the far outside in Conquest Super Step Scott. Speed 2, these two out for the front. Willow U on the inside is right there as well. Milky Way just steadied a bit. Going into that turn is Cosmic Serenity, saves all the ground. And then it's By Light of Day, followed by Rockin' Alley, B-Rocket to the outside. Farther out comes Moonlit Sonnet. Corner 3 is second last. And the trailer is Sakonnet Point. Only 9 lengths off the lead after a 23-3 first quarter. Willow U is the leader as the field heads up the backstretch. Conquest Super Step a half length behind, and Loon River is next on the outside. And then it's Moonlit Sonnet on the far outside, Cosmic Serenity and Milky Way between horses in a bit of a tight spot there and starting to lose position. And then it's B-Rocket to the outside. Farther out, corner 3 has made some progress, just 5 lengths off the lead. Then By Light of Day and Rockin' Alley, Sakonnet Point trails after a 49 flat half mile. Willow U heads the field into the far turn. Conquest Super Step and Loon River are right alongside. And now these three are all together on the lead. 2.5 lengths to Cosmic Serenity. And then it's Milky Way, By Light of Day to the inside. And B-Rocket, nothing from corner 3 yet. They're into the stretch. Willow U trying to keep on going from Conquest Super Step. And Loon River on the outside, who's now up into second. Still Willow U. Loon River yet to get by, a 16th to go. Conquest Super Step is third. It is Willow U, Loon River, these two coming down to the line together. Willow U holds on over Loon River, and it's tight for third between Cosmic Serenity and Conquest Super Step.
Willow U in the winner's circle. Manny Franco's second. How about George Weaver getting on the board here at the Old Spa?
Well, George was a little quiet at Belmont, but we expected him to come out guns blazing in Saratoga. He does every year. He points for this meet. He trains up here. very, very game effort by Will OU, and nice to see Manny Franco in the winner's circle for a second time today. I like this guy. He's a good young rider, and he's an athlete.
And what do you think of Angel Cordero taking over Manny Franco's book?
I think it's a great thing for Manny. When you have somebody as accomplished as Angel was, obviously as a jockey, and now as accomplished as he is as an agent, and someone that can actually point things out to you and help you and improve your riding, I think it's a great thing.
Kick of Saratoga, Manny Franco, who looks as good as anybody setting a horse down through the final couple of furlongs. And we will set ourselves down for the action at 1 p.m. all the way through the nightcap and the final of the Pick 6. Here's Larry Colmus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 9 off the quarter pole.
And it is Star Dynasty and No Shanks coming to the 8th pole together. They're 3 lengths ahead of Selective Memory in 3rd. And down to the last 16th, Star Dynasty is putting away No Shanks. And Star Dynasty and Manny Franco take the opener. No Shanks second best, and then Perfectly Mine and Selective Memory. 2 lengths off the lead, and then it's Every Dog Has His Day and Saturday Appeal, who comes up on the far outside. Into the stretch, Seek to Destroy. Chapman, here's Johannesburg Smile. On the far outside, Saturday Appeal trying to get into it too. And here's Saturday Appeal down the center of the track. Saturday Appeal has taken the lead, and Saturday Appeal is pulling away to win. And then it was Johannesburg Smile second, a head bob for third, Seek to Destroy, and Chapman. Half mile, they're into the stretch, and Sweet Whiskey turns for home in front by 4. Sweet Success into second on the outside, and then it's Making Havoc in third into the final furlong, and Sweet Whiskey is strong. Sweet Whiskey's got a 5-length lead here, and Sweet Whiskey just dominated this field today. She won it by about 5 in the end over Sweet Success, and then it was Jubilant Vision and Medaglia d'Argento. The final furlong, Kitsy's Rocket. Kitsy's Rocket has taken the lead on the outside of Right Decision, and now is pulling away. Kitsy's Rocket opening up from Right Decision, and then it's Tis Talented. Kitsy's Rocket. Kitsy's Rocket and Javier Castellano by 3.5 lengths on the wire to Right Decision. And then it was Tis Talented, followed by Poly One Flex. Half mile and Visher Ferry goes extremely wide on the turn, and the leader is now Devilish Grin. Thank You on the outside is running after Devilish Grin as they come inside the final furlong. It is Devilish Grin in front by 2. Thank You is second. Visher Ferry is way on the far outside. Coming down to the line, it will be John Velasquez and Devilish Grin to win it. Thank You was second. And then came Bustin' the Bank and 100%. Turns for home in front. Gear Jammer, the leader. On the outside, My Friend Keith has moved up into second. Then it's Holy Week, Priest and the Rabbi, followed by Greg's four-wheeler. Giant Pat on the back on the far outside into the final 16th. Here's My Friend Keith. And My Friend Keith has taken the lead as they come down to the line. My Friend Keith will win it, and it's a blanket finish right behind with about 5 horses on the wire.
Win number 6 this summer for trainer Bill Mott. My Friend Keith made the chalk players happy in the last. A few of my friends own the horse and bred him, Team Penny Racing, so congratulations. And Junior Alvarado's gotten off to a pretty good start up here as well.
Yeah, Junior's been riding well. Jose Lascano's riding well. Obviously, Johnny Velasquez is riding lights out. It's fun to watch him, but when you're aligned with a trainer like Bill Mott, Mike Salito's done a great job getting Junior in that spot. When he gets hot, you're going to get hot, and you can see his confidence level rising.
And great trainers, I think, winning, bookended this 4th day of racing as Bill Mott capped the card and Mike Hushin kicked it off at 1 p.m. This was perhaps the best sight all day as we have Mike's drop down for Barry K. Schwartz in the first race, a daughter of Midnight Lude who runs away and hides. Seeing Mike Hushin, though, waiting for her to return to the winner's circle was just the best, and there he is.
It really was. It moved me. I mean, Mike's a dear friend, and I care so much about him, and he's doing so well. He looks great. I actually had to run down out of the office to go see him after the win, and not a better or more welcome sight than Michael Hushin in the winner's circle at Saratoga.
Right there with Star Dynasty, and that was the first of 2 Manny Franco scores on this 4th day at historic Saratoga. Bunch of claims as Mike Hushin smiles, and he looks pretty dapper. He looks healthy and dapper in that sport coat. I like the shirt and tie combination. We've got the fountains on, the turf is green, and a whole bunch of claims, my friend, especially out of the first few races.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Years ago, Jason, they didn't claim many maidens around here, and now people aren't afraid to step in and claim a maiden, although Star Dynasty won, and she won't have that maiden condition. She looked good enough where maybe she's a decent claim for $30,000. George Weaver stepping in for one for $62,500. Don't see George claim a lot of horses.
No, good to see him step in for some serious money, taking Medaglia d'Argento, who can turf and dirt, and we will have a Saratoga-worthy wrap-up segment 3 and a look back at this opening weekend here on MSG Plus. Well, we can water the turf with a dark day upon us tomorrow afternoon. Glenn Kozak and his entire team have done such a terrific job up here over the first few cards. When you consider the expansive nature of hundreds of acres to have to take care of, but the racing surfaces in tip-top shapes, and this is all about winning on Saratoga Race Course grounds. $10 a day for 20 days, plus an extra $200 if you bet $5,000 during the meet. We'll have a $200 bonus for you downstate at Belmont Park. Free money at the track, and like I said, winning.
Winning. Yeah, I like that. Winner, chicken dinner.
Right.
Is that it? Okay. It's good. You know what? And you're winning as soon as you walk through the gates here at Saratoga, regardless of how the day goes. Obviously, you want to leave with more than you came with, but you're going to have a great experience.
All right, Bill Mott, let's do it. We'll get to the week's top performers. And it was Bill Mott getting on the board with a runaway 2-year-old firster by Tiz Deja Vu, who he also owns. And I'm sure the phone was ringing off the hook with potential buyers after this effort on Saturday.
Yeah, nice to own and train one, get the lion's share, and you can pocket the trainers for a percentage as well.
Nice.
Jose Lascano contributing a good ride to a really good-looking debuting turf horse.
Grade 1 Diana, the first of 17 Grade 1s this summer at the Spa. Hard not to like, aptly named. There is plenty to like about this gray mare.
You know, and just what can you say about Johnny Velasquez's ride, her run, and the job Christophe Clement does with all kinds of horses, turf, dirt, young horses now. He is just really doesn't have a chink in his armor.
And how about Sunday's Grade 1, Coaching Club American Oaks? Let's forget about the DQ for a second and just focus in on 2 solid 3-year-old fillies and the show they put on through the Saratoga stretch.
Yeah, they did put on some show. A great finish. I'm a chatterbox. Actually gave Carolina the slip a little bit turning for home. And a real credit to Carolina that she just kept coming. She's relentless.
Born leader John Velasquez. He's won 5 Saratoga training titles, and he is your leading rider at the Spa. And we have to give good old Johnny V, the icon, hot jockey status of opening weekend.
Oh, no doubt. He came out hitting on all cylinders. And just, you know, he said it yesterday. He wants to just concentrate on riding good races. And here's a guy that owns it when he doesn't ride a good race. He's not one of these guys that makes excuses. He said he didn't like the way he rode Tonalist last time. You know what? That's when a guy acknowledges his mistakes and rides a horse better the next time. And Johnny is all class on and off the track.
And quite a few guys got off to multi-win opening cards here at the Spa. When you talk about Junior Alvarado, Manny Franco, when I looked up earlier today, Jose Lascano was 5 for his first 13 up here.
Yeah, and another guy, just you could see how well he's riding. They're seeing the race and how it's developing so well. And it's almost like they start seeing it in slow motion. They slow things down. It's like when a batter sees the ball, it's just bigger and they know how to hit it.
And Bill Mott is seeing the condition book, and a guy that has few peers when it comes to getting a horse ready and just pure horsemanship. He is like the template of the iconic horse trainer, and he has got 6 wins in only 4 days.
Another guy who just knows how to win, get it done. He's the youngest trainer ever inducted in the Hall of Fame, surpassing the legendary Alan Jerkins. But he trains up here in the spring. He does keep some horses at Belmont, but he has a lot of horses, not just 2-year-olds, all kinds of horses up here. And I wonder if he wasn't pointing for this meet also.
And he'll have his birthday on Wednesday. Just one horse, race number 7. That's been a long-standing Saratoga
Always
tradition.
Always on his birthday.
Always. So he might be 1-9 at this point to get win number 7 on Wednesday, but Bill Mott over Todd Pletcher. But a very impressive list of trainers. Good to see Jeremiah Engelhardt and Barkley Tagg with the pair of wins as well. And there's the breakdown of the riders and Junior Alvarado, who I've become a big fan of.
I really think Junior's game is raised up so much since last fall. I think one of his attributes that I really like, too, is how strong he finishes physically. He's just a really good, strong rider. But also I think he's become a more thoughtful rider, and that comes with maturity, and I like everything I see from him and Jose Lezcano. They're really riding lights out.
We'll get a day to relax. Don't forget the Racing Report, 7 p.m. with Andy. Tuesday right here on MSG Plus. Back at it Wednesday. And where else, Mig, on earth would you get this graded caliber race on a weekday that features a former Eclipse champion in Judy the Beauty against La Verdad?
Yeah, here she is winning the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. And I actually was out here the other day and got to see Judy the Beauty work. Under Eric Cancel, the apprentice actually working, but she looked terrific. I think she's primed for a major effort, and obviously she's going to need that major effort trying to run down the likes of La Verdad.
The speedy New York-bred monster. They break from the gate. She usually goes to the front, and she wins. It's been as simple as that throughout her career.
You know, speed kills, and she knows how to use her speed. She is just so naturally fast. She leaves the gate like a rocket ship, and she doesn't weaken. If you're going to beat her, you got to run to catch her. She's not going to come back to you. You got to go get her.
A tall order. They're the big two, Judy the Beauty and the Truth, La Verdad. But Street Story may go off the third choice, and she's got the outside post, and she ran fine last time out in the Bed of Roses at the Big B.
She did. I mean, what's your feeling on it? I think obviously this is a lot tougher because of the two aforementioned fillies. But Street Story could get the right setup. Maybe she will pick up some of the pieces, possibly.
Could be the case. She seems to be in career form, so if now's the time to perhaps take on Judy the Beauty and La Verdad. You'll like her, you'll get a decent price. A much shorter price looms. In fact, one of our favorites, Maggie Wolfendale, with the Paddock Insider for Wednesday.
All right, guys, Paddock Insider time for the Wednesday card. We get one day off here up at Saratoga, but jumping right back into the racing action, race number 5 on the card will be a starter allowance for fillies and mares going the 1 mile, 1/16 distance on the turf. Take a little bit of a shot with one here who does get an attractive rider change. Not that Taylor Rice did anything wrong with her, but you kind of want the star power, the big guys up here at the spa. And Junior Alvarado takes the ride on number 3 in here. Tis All Heart, a mare that I noted looked the best she ever has last time out, finishing 3rd down at Belmont. And a little inside information for everybody. My uncle actually galloping this filly in the morning, and I mentioned her, and he said that she's training superbly right now. And so maybe with all that coming together, Tis All Heart could pull a little bit of an upset in the Wednesday's 5th race. So that's your Paddock Insider for today. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Maggie. And who's that? The mighty, the one and only Tom Durkin on hand to present the trophy for today's 3rd running of the Lucky Coin. Glad he's enjoying his retirement in Saratoga Springs. We're back at it this coming Wednesday at 1 p.m. National Racing Report tomorrow at 7 p.m. And for the Mig and I, have a great dark day. See you for week number 2.